Teeny tiny. What's up, everyone? Will is usually the one who makes the foraging videos, but on this day, he let me take over and film our day foraging, alongside our friends Bruce and Tyler and my cousin Dane. Like any other summer day in the South, it was hot, and the air was thick. The day was filled with the promise of learning something new, while new connections were created under the canopy of the pawpaw patch. Despite temperatures reaching 96 degrees that day, the shade offered by the hardwoods gave us some respite from the sun. We met lots of little creatures along the way, and collected the mother's offerings of medicine for future soups and stocks to keep us well during the winter. This railroad trestle is a beautiful landmark, but it also offered us a place to rest during the heat of the day.
Yeah, Bruce, when these dry up, there's no vegetation in them, and there'll be those chanterelles all over the place. Yeah. And I took them last year and I spread them all over.
Will is a jokester, while Bruce is more of a literal kind of guy.
Black locust is actually harder.
I don't believe you.
You can look it up on the Janka hardness scale.
There's a hardness scale.
Yeah.
Despite how different all our personalities are, there was something to gain from everyone and for everyone that day. What's this one?
They're all winners.
That one looks yucky.
I didn't look at the map or anything, I was just walking.
Thought about doing it again, and instead of going to the place that ends in Georgia, go to South Carolina.
He says that has a lot of pawpaws in it too.
I see.
Give me your best turkey paw. Thank you.
Well, this is the most shallow part. This is the deepest it gets right here. See my feet?
Right there is the most shallow part, actually.
The challenge of getting across the creeks was the only struggle of the day.
We have to make bridges.
If I'd known it was going to be this type, I could have worn trail runners. Yeah. Sweet.
That wasn't near as dramatic as I wished it would have been.
Just push him in the water.
You want to
Walk up now and just shove him in.
Oh, you gotta like cut to a commercial. Let him fall and you know how he used to do that?
Oh.
You'd see him, or no, it'd be him getting up and he slips just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
And then he's cut to a commercial and he's just like falling up. He's good.
Yeah.
Oh. You just get him taking a deep breath when he gets up.
Yeah.
So difficult.
Keep you watching.
Throw your little dog up here.
Hey, come here.
So, no, I know what you're gonna do. Something evil. Run away.
Bear. You can't cross, girl? Come on.
She acts as if we would just leave and not help her across.
Catnip to a dog.
and her previous turmoil is all but forgotten. The grandeur of the grandfather trees in these woods, mixed with the plant life that is meant to ward off, is the balance that I can admire from nature. Not everything is meant to attract, and there's the possibility in finding some beauty in the ugly. Most creatures don't want to be bothered, and be and let be is a good rule of thumb when visiting a forest.
Good for your body.
So here, I don't need to do that much. And I can't go on no more.
Will wasn't quite sure on the identification of these mushrooms, but they appeared to me like I should see a fairy napping underneath one of them.
I don't like to run too fast. Leaving the bag more.
You're ridiculous.
I'll call this a win, gentlemen.
It's a good day.
It was indeed a very good day, and we will have plenty more days like this before the end of the summer. That same weekend, we went to visit our dear friend James Kibler. Some of y'all watching may remember him from Will's channel. Visiting him and his home is always a treat.
Perfect timing. That was perfect.
That plaque on his door is an old Celtic phrase, and it translates to 1,000,000 welcomes. His home and property are filled with little treasures to discover. And if you take the time to ask about them, he is always more than happy to tell you their story. Naturally, we find ourselves putzing around his garden while he tells us his story of summer.
Yeah.
It's going to be pink with flowers, and there'll be enough seeds here to cook. They're a substitute for soybeans. Substitute for soybeans.
His willingness to share is never underappreciated by us, and we know that he appreciates us all the same.
I can do that on my own. But look at this, Taylor. One stalk would make enough for 2 or 3 people. One stalk. That's the Epting bean. See, that's the bean of the county.
Mm-hmm.
To eat that one. That's the best way right there. Just munch it.
Ooh,
Ain't that wonderful?
nice and sweet.
It's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that something? I've never had a green bean that's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll have them till October. Look at the bitty one.
They are little bitty.
You plant your okra really close together.
Yeah, I do that on purpose to keep them from getting too tall on me. But I want to thin them, and I just haven't yet.
With clippers?
No, they pull up. I'll show you how. Come and look at these beans.
The 5 of us made our way to the vineyard on James's property. Our friends Zach and Mackenzie had also planned to visit James that same day.
People in the 1700s came to grow grapes.
That's why you're here.
On the Cooper River. And the Bowers gene made that possible, see?
James owes everything he is to his southern heritage,
She did it.
and his pride makes you stop and listen when he shares his knowledge.
You show them the Herbamont grape. There's a little nest right there.
Mm-hmm.
I was just saying, we're real
Probably has birdies in it.
That's the desert.
Look,
Muscadine. We're about to rip it up.
that's what I'm saying.
Is that a Herbamont?
I don't know.
I wish I could.
Well, come next weekend, they'll still be on there.
Look at that. Eleagnus, people hate them for some reason, but they have delicious berries.
For some reason, I'll tell you why.
Why?
They're a nuisance.
You just gotta learn how to eat them.
Well,
If
they
Well.
strangle out everything that you want. They're invasive, just like they're said to be.
I like them.
We took those branches home with us to strip the berries off and made jam from them. We could not believe how good it turned out, too. I don't have a recipe for them as such, because I was just experimenting, but I'll have to put something together and share it here on the channel at a later date. We made our way back to James's house, where we had a little lunch from his garden and food from our gardens that we had brought to share as well. Sitting there on James's porch made me realize how rich Will and I are in friendship and love from our community.
I did them just right.
Change to?
Put a steam
We had not had a weekend like that with friends in a long time, and thinking back on the weekend filled me with gratitude for the people that surround and lift us up every day. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoy this type of storytelling content.